introduction. Turn up the lights, we're taking a bow. It's our time to shine, just look at us now.
Everett Mall is all new with over 150 stores and Eat Street, Everett Mall's fabulous new food court. Play Spot the Stars to win a Hollywood vacation during Everett Mall's grand introduction, Saturday, May 21st.
A grand introduction.
The decline of the American malls is in actuality the decline of the American empire, and here's why. Many traditional shopping malls in America are in decline, and all of its root causes are tied to the fact that the money supply within the citizenship of the country has dried up. The decline of malls isn't just some economic blip. The decline of the American mall is a sociological and economical indicator. It is a financial seismic shift. And to me, and many economists who see the underlying causes, the collapse of the mall was the single most deafening sound of the beginning of the end of the American empire. During the early 2000s, shopping malls continued to be popular for a combination of reasons. Malls weren't just places to shop. They served as central gathering spots for friends and families to connect and socialize. They often included diverse entertainment options like movie theaters, arcades, and food courts, making them appealing destinations for outings and leisure activities. They were a go-to spot for fashion enthusiasts seeking the latest trends and styles, spending hours browsing through racks of clothes and accessories. Malls housed stores catering to music and media buffs, selling CDs, DVDs, and other forms of entertainment media. They were especially popular among teenagers, providing a space for them to socialize, flirt, and experience a sense of independence. They offered a centralized location for a wide array of retail stores and services, providing a convenient one-stop shop experience for various needs, offering a comfortable, sheltered environment protected from various weather conditions. Notes, transit advertising.
Do you enjoy fighting traffic, parking problems, or shopping in cold, wet weather? Of course you don't, so why do it?
Shopping should be pleasurable, a time to relax, a time to explore. Comfortable, convenient, and a whole lot more. More is what Mountain View Mall in Midland has, more than 50 stores and services.
Mountain View Mall, your obvious choice.
You'll find everything you need this Christmas at Mountain View Mall in Midland. We've got it all.
All these amenities were available that most stores today can't even provide. By all financial and sociological indicators, the mall should be the one-stop shopping mecca, a robust, vibrant, and lively place for people to even go to today, in cold climates and heated climates, to hang out at movie cinemas, a coffee shop, and all while shopping at your favorite stores. Sounds great, right? The big question is, so why are malls declining in America? Is going to giant superstores like Walmart box stores really better than what malls offer? No.
From the moment you arrive, something special happens at SeaTac Mall. Every one of our 106 stores and restaurants offers so much variety and with such style. A friendly, relaxed atmosphere to shop in, and events on the mall every week. Start your back-to-school shopping at SeaTac Mall, where something special happens the moment you arrive.
Now there's a good reason the people come back to SeaTac Mall.
However, the early 2000s also witnessed a turning point for malls, with factors like the rise of e-commerce, changing consumer preferences, and later, the Great Recession contributing to their eventual decline in popularity. The Great Recession led to a sharp contraction in consumer spending and increased unemployment, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Down 1.7% here, a loss of 37 points or so. Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
This economic downturn significantly affected retail sales and employment, including in malls, leading to store closures and vacancies. You see, the American shopping mall wasn't just a shopping experience, it was shopping optimism. It was that the good times were here to stay, that the possibilities of accomplishing your goals, buying your things, all seemed within the American grasp. But everything changed that day in the early 2000s because a financial supernova went off in America called the Great Recession. The illusion of the American financial invincibility was broken that day. The people realized they were at the mercy of powers who turned a deaf ear to their plights. On that day, the citizens were severely traumatized. They may have adapted, but they would never fully recover again. This was the beginning of the end of the malls, and another severe knockout to the financial empire. Malls were supposed to be happy places for the family to shop. Now they shop at bland, polished concrete superbox stores with prison-like security systems to buy cheap goods that are mass-produced from overseas. The Western consumers now have lost their spirit and joy for shopping, and replaced it with a nihilistic version of shopping, shopping in your pajamas, carelessly shopping with emptiness. This is the new shopping reality. There's no hanging out at Walmart. Why? Because in reality, Walmart doesn't want you to be hanging out. It's a conveyor belt system of predatorial profit, get you in and get you out. And Target doesn't really want you to stay in their store. This is not an evolutionary way of shopping. This is a demolishment of healthy shopping norms. The sad part of this is people tend to ignore things even when they change in ways that are obviously destructive to them, even if that thing will eventually impact them down the line. You see, the closures of malls are all massive financial red flags, signaling consequential changes. And this is why the declining of American malls is so important. The malls showed that there was a strong financial foundation, built on the backs of a strong, robust middle class. This group was the engine of the economy. It is not a stretch to say they were the group that kept the lights on nationwide, but slowly there's been an active war against them. And that financial war finally reached a crescendo in the early 2000s. With the Great Recession, you see the middle class that day were decimated. The self-sufficient middle class was replaced after that with the fragile doppelganger version of them, a debt-based version middle class.
I'm Stanley Johnson. I've got a great family. I've got a 4-bedroom house in a great community. Like my car? It's new. I even belong to the local golf club. How do I do it? I'm in debt up to my eyeballs.
And this debt-based middle class can no longer financially support the American malls like they once did. The shrinking middle class had significant and intertwined issues impacting the mall's viability. The middle class traditionally formed a large segment of mall shoppers and consumers of the mid-priced brands that were a staple in malls like Sears and JCPenney. A shrinking middle class means fewer people with disposable income to spend on the goods offered in malls, leading to declining sales and ultimately store closures. As the income and inequality widens, retailers are increasingly targeting either the affluent, luxury malls and brands are doing well, or the lower income segments, discount stores are thriving. This leaves traditional malls, catering to a broad middle-class base, in a precarious position, as they may struggle to attract shoppers and tenants. You might say, how bad is it? Well, then let's put all our cards on the table and let the numbers speak for themselves. Between 1970 and 2021, the share of U.S. aggregate income earned by the middle class shrunk from formerly 62% to just 42% today. This doesn't even begin to explain the cumulative effects of inflation and how it contribute to the demise of the middle class. For example, in 1971, the median income for a middle-class family in the United States was $10,290, according to the Census Bureau. This is equivalent to roughly $77,000 in 2023 when accounting for inflation. The decline of the middle class has led to the collapse of the unremarkable middle in retail, where poorly positioned stores and malls struggle to differentiate themselves amidst a bipolar way of shopping options, either dollar stores or direct-to-consumer brands. The middle class. They may be prioritizing necessities, and if they do splurge, they might be opting for experiences or luxury goods in a more selective way, rather than spending across the board on traditional mall purchases. The declining of the malls is basically a financial downgrade, more powerful than the Moody's credit rating drop, because without a robust, growing middle-class base as a country's foundation, you're only left with the ultra-poor and the ultra-rich, and as we know through history, especially during the early periods of France, that is an unsustainable equation.
No cap, it's a snag. Saving big, saving bucks in the bag. What's that? Better run fast. It's a deal, it's a steal, it's a fact. What's that? No cap, it's a snag. Saving big, saving bucks in the bag. What's that? Better run fast. It's a deal, it's a steal, that's